Assalamu alaikum. I hope so you guys are doing well. So today the topic that I'm going to discuss with you people is about the cranial nerves and the arteries. It's a continuation video of the previous one. All right, so let's start. On the left we have the cranial nerves and on the right we have the arteries. Okay. Here is the medulla, these are the pons, and this one is the medulla oblongata. And after this is the spinal cord. This is the medulla oblongata, and after this, because it is a decussation point, so after this it's the spinal cord. Alright, so in my previous videos I have already discussed about the cranial nerves. This one over here is a cranial nerve 1, then second cranial nerve, then third, fourth, here, then the three, as there are three branches, right? So it means it's definitely the fifth cranial nerve because it has three branches: ophthalmic, maxillary and mandibular. Then we have over here, as it is the fifth, so this one is the sixth, then seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. Simple. Okay, then we have 11, this one, and then this one is the 12th cranial nerve. So the cranial nerve 1 is also known as the olfactory nerve. Then we have the optic nerve, then oculomotor, then abducent is the no, trochlear is the fourth one. Then fifth is the fifth is also the three nerves, which is the trigeminal nerve. Then sixth is the abducent nerve, seventh is the facial nerve, then vestibulocochlear nerve, ninth is the glossopharyngeal nerve, then vagus nerve, hypoglossal nerve, and accessory nerve, and 12th is the hypoglossal nerve. Okay, so now let's discuss about the arteries, and it's my main concern right now over here, which some of these arteries also form this circle of Willis as well. Okay, so we have over here, okay, so to remember this entire arterial supply, it's really simple. First, see the anterior cerebral artery, then you have to see the middle cerebral artery, and then you have to see the posterior cerebral artery. Okay, so now you guys can see over here in this diagram this. Okay, I'll zoom it a little bit. Okay, so this entire here, this is the anterior cerebral artery. Okay, so okay, wait, let me take another pointer. Okay, so this one over here is the anterior cerebral artery. So, and then you guys can see over here that this one is the middle cerebral artery, and anterior to it here, this one is the internal carotid artery. So it is divided into two parts. The inner part is the internal carotid and the posterior part is the middle cerebral artery. Simple. Okay, then we have posterior cerebral artery, and which is this one. Okay, so this one is the posterior cerebral artery. These are the posterior cerebral arteries. Okay, so now we also have, we know the three branches now, right? The main three branches were the anterior, middle, and the posterior. So some of them are also known as communicating. So as this one is the anterior cerebral artery, so these two are communicating by this middle one. This is the anterior communicating artery. Simple. Then this was the middle cerebral artery, and this one was the posterior. So this one is going to be the posterior communicating artery. Very simple. Okay, so the other two arteries that I would really like to mention over here is that this internal carotid is giving a branch to ophthalmic artery. This one, ophthalmic artery. Then we have over here the anterior choroidal artery. So here this one is the anterior choroidal. So just remember that you need to, when you're talking about the middle cerebral artery, right, so you need to see 3 to 4 things. This one was the middle cerebral artery, this one was the internal carotid artery, then the third one over here was the ophthalmic artery, and then over here was the anterior choroidal, because it is going to give some branches to its respective structure. Choroid. Okay. And then we have the superior cerebellar and inferior cerebellar. Okay. So there is superior cerebellar and there is inferior cerebellar. So inferior cerebellar is divided into anterior and posterior. So okay. So obviously it is above, so it is superior. So this one is superior cerebellar artery. Then where is inferior cerebellar artery? So this one is inferior cerebellar artery. This one was superior. Then this is definitely the inferior. But which inferior? Because this one is also inferior and this one is also inferior, because both of them are below the superior. So this one is going to be anterior inferior and this is going to be the posterior inferior. Very simple. Okay, this main trunk is the basilar. Okay, and then this is divided into vertebral, and then the two vertebral arteries, in the middle of these two vertebral arteries is the anterior spinal arteries. Very simple. Okay, just remember this one here. Okay, these are the pontine arteries. Okay, these, because it is present above the pons. This one over here is the pon. Okay, so if it's a pon, then this means that these are the pontine arteries, but this one is the labyrinthine artery. So it was just very simple, and if you guys have understood this topic, then do recommend my channel and do subscribe and comment on my channel. Thank you so